Hello everyone, good morning students. Dear students, in previous class we take and revise a very important chapter of your NCERT exam which is algebraic expressions, and dear students, in that class we discuss all the important topics and all the important questions based on algebraic expressions, and we also take and solve some important questions based on that topic. Okay, now dear students, in that class we are going to take and revise a very important chapter of your NCERT exercise, which is what comparing quantities. Comparing quantities. Dear students, in that chapter, there are so many topics included in that chapter. Like in that chapter, we discuss about the questions based on ratio. In that chapter, we also discuss about the questions based on percentage. Question based on percentage. We also discuss about the question based on profit and loss. Profit and loss. We also discuss about the questions based on simple interest. Question based on simple interest. Now we are going to discuss one by one each and every topic of that chapter. So first of all, we discuss about the questions based on ratio. Okay, dear friends. So first of all, we discuss the questions based on ratio. In order to discuss the question based on ratio, first of all, you know the some important relationship between units. Suppose that you know that how many meter in 1 kilometer, you know that different. First of all, we discuss about that things. In 1 kilometer there are 1000 meter. Okay. Similarly, how many hours in one day, dear friend? You know that in one day there are 24 hours. Okay, dear friend, and you know that how many gram in 1 kilogram, you know that in 1 kilogram there are 1000 gram, and also you know that how many paise in 1 rupees. So dear friend, you know that in 1 rupees there are what 100 paise. So all the important things are clear, each and everyone. Okay, so now first of all we take and revise some important questions based on which topic, based on ratio and proportion. Let's see here. Now first of all we discuss about the question based on ratio and proportion. Let's see. Now we take the question of your NCERT exercise. Find the ratio. Find the ratio of the following, of the and first one is what, dear friend? 15 kg to 210 gram. 15 kg to 210 gram. Second one is what, dear friends? Rupees 5 to 50 paise. 50 paise. Third one is what? 30 days to 35 hours. 30 days to 35 hours. And last one is what? 25 kilometer to 50 meter. No, 5 kilometer to 250 meter. So these are the question here, different. We find the ratio of the following, means first of all we find the ratio of 15 kilometer to 210 gram. Second question is we find the ratio of rupees 5 to 250 paise. Second one is what? We find the ratio of 30 days to 35 hours. 30 days to 35 hours. And last one is what? We find the ratio of 25 kilometer to 250 meters. So these are the very important and interesting questions of your syllabus comparing quantities. Now we discuss all the questions one by one. So first of all, dear friends, we take and solve the first part of this question. Let's see. First part is what here, 15 kg to 210 gram. Okay, we find the ratio of 15 kg to 210 gram. Now let's see here. So what is the process to solve that questions? Okay, dear friend, in order to find the ratio between two similar quantities, we also compare between the similar quantities. Now, you know that the kilogram and gram both represent the mass or weight of an object, so we always compare the comparing between the similar quantities. So in order to compare between the two similar quantities, first of all we convert into the same units. We convert it into the same units. First of all, this is in kilogram, this is in gram. So first of all we convert gram into the kilogram, or we convert kilogram into the gram. So let's see. Since we know that in 1 kilogram there are what, how many grams? This is 1000 grams. Okay, that is the required ratio is what, 15 kilogram. We write in this way, 15 to 210 gram. So first of all we write in 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams. So here 15 into 1000 gram divided by what, 210 grams. You know, now gram what, cancel to each other. Now let's see, 10 is also cancel to each other. So we get 15 into 100 divided by 21. Now 3 5 is 15, 3 7 is 21. Okay. Now we get 5 into 100, this is 500 divided by 7. So the required ratio is 500 ratio is to 7. This is our required solution of the given question. So okay, this one. So this is the method to solve that type of questions, means to find the ratio between two similar quantities. First of all you convert it into the same units. After that you can find the ratio very easily. Okay, now similarly we take and solve the second part of this question. Let's see, dear students. Similarly, dear students, we take and solve the second part of this question, which is we find a ratio of rupees 5 to 50 paise. Okay, let's see. Since we know that in 1 rupees there are how many paise? There are 50 paise. There are 50 paise. Okay, that is the required ratio. The required ratio is what? Let's see, rupees 5 divided by 50 paise. Okay, now first of all we convert the rupees into the paise. So we write as 5 into 50 paise divided by 50 paise. Now paise cancel to each other. Okay, sorry, and how many paises are there? 1 rupees is equal to 100 paise, no? Sorry, 100 paise. So here we write 100. Okay, now 1010 also cancel to each other. So we get as what, 5 into 10 upon 5. So 5 also cancel to each other, which is 1. So the required ratio is 10 ratio 1. This is our required solution of the given question. Hence the required ratio of the given question is what, 10 ratio 1. Okay, so in this way, dear students, we get the required result, that is 10 ratio 1. Okay, so in this way you can solve each and every questions of your NCERT exercise based on the topic ratios. Okay, now similarly we take and solve the next part of this question. Okay, let's see. Now we take and solve the third part of this question, which is what we find the ratio 30 days to 35 hours. So dear students, you know that how many hours in one day? So you know that very well there are 24 hours in one day. So first of all we convert into the same unit. After that we find their ratio. Let's see. So first of all, since we know that in one day there are how many hours? 24 hours. Okay, that is the required ratio. The required ratio is what? 30 days to 35 hours. So first of all we convert it into the same unit. So we can write as what? 30 into 25 hours upon this is 35 hours. Let write it as it is. Okay, now hours cancel to each other, so we get what? We get your students what? 30 into 24 divided by what? 35. Now what I do? Now we simplify them. So 5 6 are 30, 5 7 are what? 35. Now we get as 6 into 24 divided by 7. So we just multiply 6 into 24, we get 144 upon 7. Thus the required ratio is 144 ratio 7. Okay, so this is the method to solve that type of question. First of all we convert it into the same unit. After that we find the required ratio is very easy way. Okay, now similarly we take and solve the last part of this question. Let's see. Now we take and solve the last part of this question, which is what? 25 kilometer to 250 meter. First of all, both quantity, both values represent the distance. Okay, the distance. So first of all we convert it into the same unit. So for that we will see, since we know that in 1 kilometer there are 1000 meter. There are 1000 meter. That is the required ratio. There, that is the required ratio is what? 25 kilometer divided by 250 meter. Now we convert it into the same unit. So for that we write 25 into how many meter in 1 kilometer? There are 1000 divided by, so meter and meter cancel to each other, 0 0 also cancel to each other. So we get what? 25 into 100 divided by what? 25. So 25 is also cancel to each other. So we get what? We get at 100 upon 1. Thus the required ratio is 100 ratio 1. This is our required solution of the given question. Okay. Thus, dear students, in this way we clear the concept of ratio. Okay. So dear students, in this way you can find you can solve each and every question of your NCERT exercise based on ratio. Okay, because this is very easy topic. So in finding the ratio of between two similar quantities, first of all you convert it into the same units. After that you apply that process to solving that type of questions. Now dear student, we take and solve some other important topic of your the chapter comparing quantities is what? Percentage. Let's see. Now first of all we are going to discuss about the topic. Now problem based on percentage. Now we are going to discuss about percentage. What is the concept of percentage? First of all we discuss about that things. Okay, dear student, the meaning of percentage means what? Let's see. The meaning of percentage is per hundred. Okay, yes, right. The general concept of percentage means the meaning of percentage is what? Per hundred. That is, it means that is 1% means what? 1/100. Okay, 5% means what? 5/100, and 3% what means what? 3/100, etc. So in this way, this is the concept of percentage. Means percentage means per hundred. Similarly, so in and also on, meaning of the percent means x% we write as x/100. So this is the meaning of percentage. Okay, if we write 1/100, it means that we write as 1%. If we write 75/100, then we write 75 into 1/100, and the concept of 1/100 is what? 1%. So we can write this is what? 75%. So this is the concept of percentage. So now let's see some important questions based on the topic percentage. Let's see. Now we take some important question based on percentage as what? Let's see. Now convert each of the following. Convert each of the following into percentage. Into the percentage. And first part of this one is 0.75. Second one is what? 1/3%. Third one is what? 1/3. Third one is what? 3/2. And fourth one is what? Just 15. Okay. What I do, dear student, in that question? Generally, in that question, dear student, we just convert each of the following. Okay, convert each of the following into the percentage. So let's see its solution one by one. So first of all, we take and solve the first part of this question. Dear students, in order to find or convert any given question into the percentage, so first of all we just multiply both the numerator and denominator by 100. We just multiply both the numerator and denominator by 100. So let's see. So first of all we take the first part of this question, 0.75. So in order to convert it into the percentage, we just multiply both the numerator and denominator by 100. So let's see, 0.75 into, we just multiply both the numerator and denominator by 100. Okay, now we just write as 0.75 into 100 into 1, we write 1 upon 100 as in this way. Okay, we separate 1 upon 100 in this way. Now we just multiply these two things, so we get 75 into 1 upon 100. Now since we know that, let's see, since 1 upon 100 means what? 1 upon 1%. Now just I discussed about the topic concept of percentage. Mean the percentage means per 100, so we can write 1 upon 100 as what? 1%. So let's see, so we can write here 1%. So let's see, so we have what? 75 into what? 1%, that is we get as 75%. So this is the required solution of the given question. So we just convert 0.75 into the percentage is what? 75%. Okay, so in this way you can convert each and every questions into the percentage. Now let's see the next part of this question. Okay, now let's see the next part of this question, dear friends, which is 1 upon 3, which is what? 1 upon 3. So first of all we just multiply both the numerator and denominator by 100. So we get as what? 100 upon 3 into, we write 1 upon 100 in this way. Now we just we can write 33 1 upon 3 into 1%. So we just write 33 upon 1 upon 33 1 upon 3%. This is the required solution of the given question. Okay, so in order to convert the given question into the percentage, so we just multiply both the numerator and denominator by 100. Similarly, let's see, we take and solve the third part of this question, which is what? 3 upon 2. So same process apply here. We just multiply by 100 in both the numerator and denominator. So we get, let's see, we can write 3 into 100 upon 2 into 1 upon 100, right, in this way. So 2 5s are 10, 0. So 553 is a 150 into 1 upon 100. So we can write 150 into 1%, that is what? 150%. So 150% is our required solution of the given question. So in this way, dear friend, this is the method to convert any given value into the percentage. Similarly, we take and solve the last part of this question. Okay, which is what? Let's see, which is what? 15. So we just multiply both the numerator and denominator by 100. So we just write, this is 1500 into, we write 1 upon 100 in this way, and the concept of 1 upon 100 is what? 1%. So here we write 1500 into 1%, that is what? 1500%. Okay, thus dear friends, in this way you can solve each and every questions of your NCERT exercise based on the topic percentage. Convert the given question into the percentage. Now we take and solve some other types of questions based on percentage. Let's see, dear students. Let's see the next question. Next, some other types of question based on percentage. Okay, let's see. Find 20% of rupees. 20% of rupees 2500. 2500. This is the question here. This is the question based on percentage. Okay. So let's see its solution. Dear student, here we write as 20% of rupees 2500. Dear student, here the meaning of the concept of is just multiply. So we write as what? 20% means we write 20 upon 100. The meaning concept of is multiply, and this is what? Rupees 2500. 500. Now let's see here, 20 cancel to each other, so we get what? 20 into 25, that is 2500, 25 to the 50, so this is 500 rupees. Thus in this way we can say that the 20% of rupees 2500 is what? Rupees 500. So this is our required solution. Okay, so in that type of question you solve in this way. Now we take some other important type of question based on percentage. We take a question, find the whole quantity, find the whole quantity, find the whole quantity if 5% of it, if 5% of it is 600, is 600. This is the question here, dear friends. What we find, we just find the whole quantity if 5% of it is 600. So let's see its solution. So first of all, let the whole quantity be x. Let the whole quantity be x. Then, according to question, if 5% of it means 5% of x na is what? 600. So let's see, means 5% of x is what? 600. Okay, now let's see its solution. So we can solve. So the meaning of percentage is 1 upon 100. So we write 5 upon 100. The meaning of is what? Into x is equal to 600. So we get as what? X is equal to 600 into 100 divided by 5. Okay, we transfer here in this way. So let's see, that is 5 1 the 5, 5 2 the and 0. So we have x is equal to 120 into 100. So we get x is equal to what? 1 2 0, 12,000. Okay, thus the whole quantity be 12,000. This is our required solution of the given question. Thus, therefore, in this way you can solve each and every question of your NCERT exercise based on percentage. Now we take and solve one more question based on percentage. Okay. We take one more question of your NCERT exercise. Let's see very carefully, dear friends. Let's see just solution of the given question. And your question is, Meeta saves rupees 4,000 of her salary. If this is 10% of her salary, what is her salary? So first of all, we take Meeta's salary be x, rupees x. Okay, first of all, let the Meeta's salary be rupees x. That is, dear student, Meeta saved rupees 4,000 her salary. If this is 10% of her salary, means Meeta's salary is 4,000 and which is 10% of her salary, means 10% of her salary x is what? This is 4,000 here. This is 4,000. The concept of this question is that now we simplify them. We get 10 upon 100 into x is equal to 4,000. So we get 10 tens are 100. So x upon 10 is equal to 4,000. So we get x is equal to 4,000 into 10, that is 40,000. Thus, in this way, Meeta's salary is rupees 40,000. This is our required solution of the given question. In this way, dear friends, in that class, we discuss all the important questions based on the percentage. Okay. So, in today's class, we take and discuss all the important questions based on ratio and proportion and percentage. So, first of all, you revise all the important questions based on these two topics and solve and complete your NCERT exercise. Okay, dear students. Now, in next class, we take and solve some other important questions based on profit and loss, and simple interest. Okay, so in next class we discuss about that two remaining topics of that chapter. Okay, now thanks to all.